G'day guys, Josh from Wedgetail Rack. So this morning we're going to have a little look at tracks and recovery tracks specifically. So most four-wheel drivers carry tracks of some description, whether they're Max Tracks or Treads or some other brand. Very, very common, and they're one of those things that's really hard to put in the back of your car. So everyone seems to want to put them on their roof rack. It's fine by us. So what we've got two, well actually three different options. The one we're going to look at today is the wing style tracks bracket, which is really solid, really nice, a clean fitment. And we're going to look at it in two variations. We're going to look at it a variation where it sits flat on the top of the roof rack, and then a variation where it sits on the side of the roof rack, which might be more convenient if you've got a tent or something like that in the way. So let's open this box, let's see what's inside, and I'll show you how it works. So we've got the two part numbers are WTA-TBSW, which is the side bracket, or WTA-TBW, which is just the flat on the top style. So first of all, these are our wing style brackets in this package here. So basically what they do is bolt to the roof rack and then carry the pin, which you would get from Max Tracks or Treads, and then attach your treads to them. The other component is the side bracket, which allows them to sit up on the side of the rack on an angle. So first of all, we're going to focus on flat mounting them. So mounting them flat to the roof rack like this. Then we'll have a look at the side mount secondary. Okay, here's one I prepared earlier. So, tracks brackets, flat mounted wing style. These here are the Max Tracks pins. So you buy these from Max Tracks. Please beware, there's two different types. There's a standard type and there's an extreme type. If you get the wrong pin, your boards won't fit right. So you need to get the right pin. These can be purchased from any big box retailer, they're common. So, once you have our flat bracket and you have the pins purchased from the supplier of your choice. So just to be clear, this bracket works for Max Tracks and it works for Treads. It's not guaranteed for other makes of boards. If you use another make of board, you need to use another part, which I'll show you in a future video, which is more universal. So to explain these very simply, you have a flat plate that bolts to the crossbar that then picks up these key holes on your tracks. This series of holes here, I know looks a little bit overwhelming, but in our fitment instructions, each set of holes corresponds with a different size platform. So basically, depending on the size of platform, the instructions will tell you what set of holes to use and which way to orient this on the roof rack. So we have a Patrol that we're trying it on today, which has a 22 by 13 platform. So we'll have a look at the instructions, figure out what holes we need to use and get it all set up. So I've got the fitting instructions opened up from the website. So I've gone to the actual product on the website, or you can just scan the QR code in your kit. And I'm looking at the diagram I discussed earlier. This is one thing I can't remember. I always forget what hole does what, so even I have to look at the instructions. Now, we have a 22 by 13. So we're going to be using, believe it or not, the holes that the bolts are already in. So that's great news. These two holes here are the holes the instructions tell us to use. So I can take this, we'll go over to the car, chuck it on and see how it fits. Right, so now we're going to put these flat mount tracks brackets on the rack. So the instructions told us what hole to put the bolts in. It also told us to leave 3 bars gap and then put the last one on the 4th bar. So we're going to set that up. I want them to this side, closer to the front. So we're going to drop it on this plate here. Simple as do the bolts up. As you can see, a lot of our accessories fit very easily. We like things to come on and off quickly and easily where necessary. So now I'll get the back bracket and we'll pop that on. So leaving a space of 1, 2, 3, put it on the 4th. Okay, so normally what you want to do is you want to make sure this distance from here to the edge of the platform is the same front and rear. I forgot my tape measure, so I'm going to use my hand. So 1 hand width, 1 hand width. This is not an exact science. Tighten it up, tighten it up. Ready to go. Let's get the tracks and see how they go. Once it's all seated on, so like, as I said, sometimes you'll have to jiggle these around and get them perfect because they're pretty tight. You can literally just turn these keyways and your tracks are locked. And then you can put a padlock through the top here if you're worried about them being stolen. This does allow for another set of 2, so 4 in total if you were to turn this top section like that. You can have another 2 tracks, which can be quite handy. Same exact system for treads. Some of the other brands are a little bit different. We'll show you that another day.